Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter, the lobster of hobbits. Today joined by
Tobias, Mormon of Macros,
from our Aalborg Carnival share where we're dressed up. And today we're checking out another beer from Beer Dome. This is an IPA from Belching Beaver. We've reviewed a small amount of Belching Beaver stuff on the channel. I actually have a can of their peanut butter milk stout, which is their most famous beer to review. But we're trying right now. I think the last review we did might have been of Viva la Viva, which is a Mexican version of the milk stout. But today we're checking out their hazy IPA called Hazers Gonna Haze with drunk beavers on the label. I like the label. We should do that.
Yeah, pouring beer in each other.
It's 6.6% New England style IPA, and it's a rotating selection of hops, mixing new school and old school hops apparently, depending on the batch. So. Yeah, it'll be fun to try. This is, again, it's not super fresh. This is from the 30th or 30th of February. So
it smells pretty good.
Couple of months though.
Seriously, the stuff I've had so far from this import from the States, they've been pretty good considering the age. The Modern Times Blazing World, I gave a 94, and that was 3 months old. That was a West Coast IPA, but it was fucking great. It was a Nelson IPA.
That's promising.
So hopefully this will be good too. I mean, from here I think it smells pretty good. But it looks like, you're...
This will be as sharp.
Fuck you, Brett. It looks like, what do you expect from a hazy IPA?
Yeah.
And this, as I said, was part of Beer Dome's big shipment of West Coast stuff. So I think they still have some left, so check them out. They still have some Eclipse, for example. If you want to check it out, check out Beer Dome. But yeah, I mean, it looks like...
Quite hazy for a West Coast IPA.
Yeah, but what they say is that West Coast... It's a hazy IPA, but with some West Coast hops too. Yeah. So it's a mix of new and old school. But... From here, it smells quite juicy and new school, but yeah, nice and orange, hazy, whitehead. Let's check out the aroma.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, it smells new and old. It's because there's a little bit of
mixture.
it has like that grapefruit zesty vibe that you get from West Coast IPA.
But then again, paired with it's actually speaking about grapefruit. It's a lot of different citrus fruit.
Yeah, lots of like orange and there's tangerine,
fresh orange.
It smells pretty good actually. It smells. It's funny. It's like but that's also what I remember from the West Coast. And it's funny. Michael and I had the 50-50 West Coast Haze, which was a hazy West Coast IPA, and this is in the same vibe because it also has West Coast tendencies. But that one was a bit more old school smelling than this. This is much more new school because it's very like bright orangey, like almost like creamsicle.
Zesty.
Like orange creamsicles.
Yeah, creamsicles, yeah. But also zesty. Like lemon zest.
Yeah. And there's like citrus pith. It's got like the old school West Coast vibe of like zesty citrus, but with juicy citrus too, from like hazies. But yeah, let's give it a taste. Cheers! And thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Old school on the flavor, because it has like that bitter... It's not like crazy bitter, but it has like that slightly bitter, grapefruity vibe. But you can taste it's not fresh.
Yeah.
Compared to the others, it wasn't a big part, or big thing. But with this one, I think actually this fresh is pretty fucking good. I think freshness is a very good like new school IPA, like hazy IPA, but with a little bit of a West Coast tendency.
But this particular one, it has started to degrade a bit.
Yeah, because it's lacking a bit of the poppiness on the flavor, and the malt is starting to show more too.
Yeah, and it has a little bit of that. It's just malt water. It's not bad yet, but
it's like give it a 2 month more, then it's too old. But the flavor is there is like it's nice orangey tangerine vibes. Like I think it's very sweet citrus focused, with some grapefruit too.
Yeah,
that's mainly it. And then like it's not really that bitter.
No.
It's not like West Coast bitter. It's just like an old school West Coast hop flavor. I think.
Yeah, the bitterness to me is a bit like a grapefruit. It still has some. It still has maybe a bit of sweetness to it, just to balance it off. It's not too bad.
I'd really like to try this fresh.
Yeah, I think this could be an absolutely amazing beer fresh.
To be honest, because it tastes like a really good beer that's just old.
Yeah.
To be 100% honest.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame.
I'd say the smell was super promising, but
the flavor is a little bit of like
yeah.
Yeah, I think for me this would be like a 3.75 on Untap as it is right now, maybe 3.5. So I'm going to go like 86, 87. I think it's nice, but I think if this was dead fresh, I'd be more like 92.3, maybe even higher. I mean, because it smells like this is really promising when it's really fresh. So, but right now, yeah, it's like 86, something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Like high 80s.
Because it's still a nice drinking beer,
yeah.
but it's just showing that it's not super fresh.
Yeah. It would be fun to try this like maybe 2 or 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
But as it is right now, I'm gonna go with you and say like high 80, maybe 88 or something like that.
Yeah. But I think it's surprising considering it's from February that it's still drinking this nicely. Very nice for this kind of beer.
But that may also explain why we like to keep it in cans.
Yeah. You know, it works better for these kind of beers, for sure. Actually, the funny thing, last year, I drove by Belching, or last year, 2 years ago, when I was in the States, I drove by Belching Beaver, and I just saw a brewer. It's like, oh, that's Belching Beaver! But we didn't have time to stop because we're going to, was it San Luis Obispo after being in San Diego? And it's just like on the way. We just drove by. I can't remember what city it's in. It's one of the beach towns. Or was it? No, it was on the way to Disneyland, I think, in Anaheim. Yeah, it was on the way to Disney. So these, where are they based? Does it say? Oceanside. Yeah, okay. That's very close to San Diego. Have you been to Oceanside?
No, not the city.
Yeah. Okay. It's
Been to
it's
San
one of
Diego.
these small beach towns in which I fucking love. The beach towns of Southern California are amazing. But yeah, if you guys had a chance to try a fresh can of Hazers Gonna Haze from Belching Beaver, let us know what you thought of it. Again, in the state of what it is right now here in Europe, again it's like an 86, but it tastes like it could be much better when fresh. So, yeah, if you guys had a chance to try it, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Cheers to Beer Dome for the beer, and we're going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.